This thing on. Damn it. I'm gonna need some water for this one. So freaking I'm in the middle of a lunch conversation last week. And then we're talking about something, I don't even remember the topic, you know, and I'm like, haha, I won the game, whatever it was. And like this German colleague of mine just turns to me like, yeah, typical Portuguese not deserving to win. What? And after a few seconds, I realized actually that he was referencing the World Cup. Well, not the World Cup, sorry, the European Football Cup that Portugal just won. That's just great, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's been months. It's been months, and there's still people freaking saying we didn't deserve to win. So I'm gonna rant about it because it's annoying. So, back in 2000, was it 2004? I don't even remember. Hold on, let me just check. 2004 European Cup. Yeah, exactly. So back in 2004, I was freaking watching the finals. We reached the Euro Cup finals versus Greece, and everybody was like, ah, it's in the game. It's in the game? No, that's EA. It's in the bag. Like, we win for sure. We lost. And even though we lost, I'm super disillusioned. Even though we lost, that's how used we are to losing, that even when we lose, it's like, yeah, we made the longest run ever. Like, we took the longest time to lose ever, so the whole country just went outside anyway and celebrated, honked the horns and whatever, even though we lost, because we still reached the finals. That's how used we are to losing. This is the nation that came forward to this year's Euro Cup. This is the mentality. This is how used we are as a people to not being relevant at all and just being a joke. You know, we're the guys who like put on the show and then lose, you know. But not this time. This time we won. And at the time, I expected, like, it's normal to me that the French are going to be like, oh, it's bullshit, blah, 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 blah. They don't deserve to win, this is bullcrap. Because that's how I was when Greece won. I was like, this is bullcrap. How did they win? They were the clearly worst team. They clearly the worst players. How did they win? This is bullcrap, you know. And I was mad. But after a few weeks, I calmed down and I was like, they won. That's just how it is. That's sports. They won. And they are the 2004 European champions of football. This is bullcrap. But apparently, that doesn't apply when it's us. It doesn't apply. So the arguments that the guy threw at me again, because I was like, what are you talking about? We won. We're the champions of Europe in football. It annoys me that I get so upset about this and to see other people so upset about it when it's just sports. It's just sports. Anyway, whatever. And he said like, you were champions by winning only one game. And I'm like, okay. Hold on, it was a single elimination tournament. How did we become champions without winning a single game? How did that happen? Because if I remember correctly, you could only tie in group stage. You know? We made it to the finals and then won. So how did we accomplish that not winning a single game? Oh, I mean within the 90 minutes. Oh, so we gotta win inside the 90 minutes? Is that it? Like that's a rule? Because I don't know what game you were watching. I was watching football, and in football there's this thing called what's the English term? What's the English term? I don't even know. I don't prepare for these things. I just let my passion drive me. Freaking hold on. I don't even know. The prolongation, the extension, whatever. The additional half an hour you get after the 90 minutes in case the game is tied. So you get a little more time, and then you go to kickoffs. Kickoffs? Penalties? I don't know. And then you go one player by player shooting at the goal until there's a winner. You know, that's how the game works. You know? And we didn't go to this final phase all that much. We won mostly in the prolongation, whatever, and we won once inside the 90 minutes. But I'm like, okay, so is that it? And the guy's like, oh, I mean, blah, 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 blah. And exactly. And that's why I'm upset. Because you see, this is bullcrap. It was all fun and games. It was all funny when we were getting across the tournament undeservedly. And people thought it was funny, as usual. Ah ha ha, Portugal, so fun. Such good sports. And then, when we reach the freaking finals, everybody's up in the tiz. But this is why this is so upsetting to me. This is why it's so upsetting to me. Because in every other instance that I've watched happen in sport, usually, there's the Cinderella story. The guys that nobody expected to do well, that on paper should not be doing well, and yet they are winning everything. And this, like, usually people get way behind the people who are upsetting over and over. It's like, holy crap, wow! It's a Cinderella story, and Portugal is the Cinderella story of this European. Because this is the thing, all of the reasons why people are upset are like, this is so insane to me. I can understand being upset back then when you lost, but being upset now, being upset next year, like, you guys are... Why? Anyway, the reasons why people are upset that were thrown at my face just this last Thursday are the exact reasons why you should be marveled at our win, not reasons that you should be upset. So the reasons are, we didn't have the best team. Granted, we didn't play the prettiest, technically superior game. True, we didn't have the best players outside of our star player, which people can argue is or is not the best player in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo. Which, by the way, this is bullcrap. That's part of the Cinderella story, where they're in the freaking World Finals. European Finals. Champions of the world. No, the European Finals. And the French just murder our star. Like, he's not even near the ball. They just murder him. This is... But yeah, they totally murder him without any cause. This guy who's been carrying... Whatever. Sure, they deserve to win. Yes, you deserve to win. For sure. Anyway. Bullcrap. We did have him, but outside of him, at least every freaking commentator, every freaking critic was saying we don't have the best team, like, not even top 5. The best players, not even top 5. The best games, not even top 10 or 14 or whatever. Everyone was saying we deserve to lose, we were gonna lose, blah 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 blah. And we still freaking won. Wow! And there's the other reason, which is you didn't win any game inside 90 minutes. Yeah, so we didn't have the best team, we didn't have the best players, we didn't have the best games, we didn't have the shortest games. They all went super long, except for one. We had the longest games. And we still won! Wow! This is amazing if you think in terms of these guys have all the odds stacked against them. All they had, all that they brought into the freaking championship that was top-notch and elite level was the spirit. And that's the thing. When we were on those prolongations, I don't really know the technical term, after the 90 minutes, when we were very late game, there were two teams there, and one of them didn't have their spirits broken. One of them wasn't, oh my gosh, oh, screw my life. And that was us. Because of all the teams over there, you didn't beat us. And that's the thing. Like, I can understand that you were super upset at the time. But now you have had time. This is bullcrap. Like, we weren't this team that just all agglomerated next to the goal and just went like this. All of the players just put, like, we didn't do that. It felt like that, of course it did. But it wasn't like that. Oh, but if that goal could have, that one goal could have just thrown your whole championship down the drain. Of course, it all comes down to luck. That's sports. But whatever. Why are you so upset? Like, why are you just say it, just say it. You're a shit nation and you don't deserve anything. Because that's what you're saying. You don't have any stats. You don't have any legitimate reason to be mad at this team full of players that come from no-name neighborhoods, ghettos, that just worked hard their entire freaking lives and wanted that trophy more than anyone else. And that's why they got it, because they had the champion spirit that wasn't broken no matter how much people cheated, no matter how long they had to play, no matter if they took down their star player, their captain, which, by the way, that is why he grabbed the freaking trophy first. He's the captain, that's the rules. The captain grabs the trophy first. You haters, man. You terrible haters. This is bullcrap. Oh my gosh. Man. You guys just hate my country. It's amazing. I remember the Eurovision. Eurovision, like some years ago, Eurovision, Portugal sent like this super mock parody band, completely ridiculous band. And every other country was like, oh, ho, 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 I love Portugal. So funny, such a good sport, such a good spirits. Ho, 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 ho. Meanwhile, every Portuguese was like, what the who are these guys who voted them in? What is this shit? This is embarrassing. Ah, this is awful. And it's ridiculous, man. Like everyone else is allowed to go like, yeah, woo, we're awesome. And everybody else is like, yeah, well played, man. Holy, you really, this is bullcrap. We didn't cheat. We didn't cheat. We didn't crush anybody's star players. It gets me crazy, man. Like, it gets me. I don't even care about football. I only watch it every once in a while. But like, when we were heading to the semifinals, there was this chat room at my company, right? And I work for a pretty international company. There's people from everywhere across Europe and even outside. And I was in this chat room. And we were going to the semifinals, Germany versus France. And I said, it would be hilarious if France beat Germany, because France is seen as the worst team. And Portugal made it to the finals and then beat France, because everybody would be super upset and would be super saying that Portugal got to be an European champion without winning against one good team. Which is a really stupid thing to say, but I could see that was like the mind wave. The mainstream impressions were that, and that would be super funny to me. I hang out with too many Brazilians, I guess. I got that troll in me. But when I first said it, they were ha 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 ha. The French, the Germans that were in the chat, were, ha 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 ha. Then the weekend went over. Portugal made it to the finals, and France made it to the finals. And I copy-pasted that. I commented like, the dream is alive. The response was for someone to say like, and then Portugal leaves the EU. Just get out of here. I was like, what? Whoa. Whoa. Damn. Whoa. And then, of course, we won. At which point, I copy-pasted it again. You know, and just podem me chamar o profeta in Portuguese and everything. You can call me the prophet. That's what I said. It was super funny to me. And my troll at the time, they were saying like, you didn't deserve it, and I was like, but we won. You didn't deserve it. You know, I was just trolling. I wasn't going to argue stats and logic and reason with people who had just lost. It was fresh in everybody's hearts. Whatever. But now, it's been months. It's been months. It's been months, and you're still gonna treat me by Portugal, and by extension me, that way? How petty can you be? You lost. I'm sorry. That's sports. There have been teams winning world championships on top of a hand goal. Bullcrap. And those teams get more props, respect, just acceptance. crap. We didn't cheat. We didn't even win on penalties, on kickoffs. We won in a regular like pass goal. Like, what is wrong with you people? It's just hilarious. Like, it's been months. Are you insane? People are crazy. But whatever. We made it to the top 8 the last 12 years on every international competition, I think. I'm not getting this wrong. We always got out of groups. And finally we win one, and it's like, you guys don't deserve it. Go rape yourself with a cactus. What are you talking about? Like, what kind of disrespect is this for freaking world-class athletes who like did their best against all odds and just had the greatest perseverance and the greatest... I don't like the way they play football. Okay, that's fair, but what does that have to do with merit? I don't like that they won. That's fine, but don't say we didn't deserve to win. But whatever. Put your heart aside and work your brains a little and look at the stats. Portugal didn't spend the entire games next to the goal and just attacked once and got a goal in. Like, that didn't happen. This is bullcrap. I'm sorry that we won. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sorry that life is so unfair, that the people who worked the hardest and gave it their most won in the end, without cheating, without assassinating their opponents. I am truly sorry that for once our people, that for once it wasn't acceptable to us to just be the clowns, to just be fun, to just put on a good show. Wow! I'm sorry that for once, we were like, I want to win. No matter what it takes, according to rules, in a competitive sportsmanship like, but I want to win. And I don't have the team to just script the ball all the way to the goal, going through all of these world-class elite players. So I'm going to use strategy. I'm going to break their spirit because they can't keep up with mine. And I'm going to win. And then it actually happened, because it easily could not have happened. We easily could have gotten scored and lost, and all of this tenacity and all of this effort would have been for nothing. But we won, and that's wonderful. I don't know, like, it's the most textbook Cinderella story that you can imagine. It delivered boring games, but it's still an amazing achievement. People were telling me, like, yeah, I'm sure Germany is happy that Portugal won because they lost to France, but they weren't. They really weren't. Oh, man. This is bullcrap. There's no other reason to hate the fact that we won so much, other than it reflects how you see the country itself, and how you see the nation, and how you see me. And it's kind of like, man, whatever. So they're upset that we won. You guys are all upset. Oh man. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. But whatever. Because that's another thing. That's the comparison that nobody thinks of, which is the talent pool. Because Portugal has arguably 8 million. Spain has 4 times that. Germany has, I think, 6 times that. England, way more. France, way more. It's textbook Cinderella story. And you hate us. It's ridiculous. I really think it's ridiculous. This is bullcrap. But I will admit, it makes it better. It would be nice to see people marvel at what happened and be impressed and whatever. Having people forever upset that we somehow became these unworthy champions. That we are the champions who are not the champions, Euro champions who are not the champions, is amazing to me. And it does make it feel kind of better, because it really is like, no matter how much you wish it's not true, no matter how much you say it's not true, it's not anything important, it's not an important victory, it's just a high profile victory. It's still true. You can even let us have that. It's amazing, it's absolutely amazing. But whatever, we get it anyway. Marvelous. Just plain marvelous. I'm out.